Woo! Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro. It's Monday night. We are back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream coming at you from Ohio. Got some heavy metal playing in the background. We're going to go ahead and switch it up and put on something a little more chill to suit the vibe here. We definitely have plenty of things to talk about. The impending cryptocurrency market coming to the downside and the possibility that we see traditional markets follow suit here. Crypto not looking the greatest, to be quite honest with you. But we definitely have a lot to cover today, and not enough time to do it. But we're gonna go ahead, hop on forward here, and just start killing this shit here. Obviously back at it without any crazy overtime hours this week. Feels great. I have lots of energy. I have lots of excitement for the market today, and again, we do have plenty to talk about. Fulfilling a couple of requests that haven't been listed, but just in case this one person watches, I will be touching up on the stocks that person pays attention to as well. So without further ado, we're gonna hop right into this bad boy. I hope you all had a good Monday. I had a good Monday. I hope you guys are doing well, happy, safe, and healthy. And let's go ahead and kick it off with NASDAQ as usual. Macro trend, it's still not concerning in my opinion just yet, although we did just get a fresh break of that 21 exponential moving average here, and technically confirming a lower high end structure right here in confluence with the prior high. If I can find my tool, boom, boom. Clear potential for a downtrend in formulation, and we could consider this a potential downtrend in formulation from the simple fact that we did achieve a technical lower low in confluence with the prior low here, printed on the 11th of November all the way down to the new low. That is a lower low that was confirmed on the 6th of December here. So we have lower lows and lower highs. We have the beginning etchings of a downtrend in my opinion here. Again, with that fresh break of the 21 exponential, I will be looking for confirmation today on NASDAQ here with a secondary candle closure below the 21, at which point, in my opinion, I wouldn't put it out of the question to see price action movement all the way down to the current base low at 15,007, right? Anything lower than that is just going to add confluence to the inevitable downtrend here. Well, I shouldn't say inevitable. I should say potential downtrend. But we do, again, have the beginning etchings of that said downtrend. Lower low followed by a lower high after your all-time high. Again, it doesn't have to be a macro, right? Macro change of behavior is all the way down at 14,465. So as far as the macro trend is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, I am not concerned. I am still long-term bullish on the major markets, although cryptocurrency is not looking the same way. The general market, again, is still, in my opinion, favorable for the long-term trend here. But I would suggest a pullback, again, upon confirmation below the 21, all the way back down to current base low support at 15,007. Now, we could see a pop back up above the 21 exponential to not confirm it as resistance, right? To hold as support, at which point I would look for another stab at the current resistance all the way up to 16,430, give or take a few bucks. Any candle closures below there, followed by confirmation of support, I will be looking for extension to that 2.272 Fibonacci target at 17,280 bucks. Stochastics, building momentum here, but I'm definitely going to take a page from RSI here today. Exponential once again dictating the movement of price action, in my opinion. We are below the exponential, utilizing it as tentative resistance multiple times here. Boom, 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 and for a fourth time since breaking below it, we are utilizing the negatively sloped exponential as tentative resistance. Yes, I do understand that we potentially have a structure in formation, but in my opinion, that structure isn't worth shit just yet. Nothing to confidence inducing, as far as a two-point touch trend line here. So I'm just, I'm waiting for a signal here. I'm waiting for confirmation. Again, RSI is playing around with that 50 read right now. Definitely holding resistance on that negatively sloped exponential. The pressure is onto the downside, albeit it isn't the strongest of downside pressure. It is still on, in my opinion, to the downside, especially with a fresh break and a potential confirmation to come below the 21 exponential. Price action otherwise, macro looks good. Short-term time frames could be due for a pullback to the current base low. Moving on to SPY futures here. Actually, no confirmation or break below the 21 here. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at it. Still holding the 21, so, as long as price action remains above the 21, I kind of have no choice here but to continue to look for price action continuation. Wouldn't be out of the question to see a stab back up to current resistance as we see some consolidation open up here to the current resistance at what? $4,700. Still waiting for something, right? Either the 21 breaks to the downside, we get confirmation of movements to the downside, or we break current all-time high resistance and confirm, upside movement to the current trajected target at the 1 spot 272 Fibonacci, 48.20. Give or take a few bucks here would be the tentative target. Again, upon a confirmation of the breakout point, right? I want to see $4,700 taken out and then a secondary candle closure above that region to confirm new tentative support before I look for movements higher. This is a little loud. I do apologize if the music is incredibly loud here, guys. I just like the vibes in the background. Ooh, I got 2 viewers. Thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for watching the stream. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. We're here every freaking day except for weekends because I like spending time with my wife. But I digress. We shall continue here. I am looking at the pressure on the 21 exponential for SPY futures right now at the current moment in time. I actually want to move these real quick. There's my fib. I want retracement real quick. Booyah. All right. I got that back in order here. If I do see, a break of the 21, the same disposition is going to apply here as NASDAQ. Any open and closure below the 21 to confirm it as new tentative resistance, and I'll be looking for a general pullback to the base low. Obviously, we have a target right here, 45.45 to be aware of. But again, if a change of behavior is being threatened on NASDAQ, likely the same thing follows suit on SPY futures here. Again, we don't even have a break of the 21 yet, so that's just a little hypothetical. That's just a little bit of mental masturbation, so you may call it. Just thinking of the possibilities to the upside and to the downside. We do see stochastics, however, breaching the critical zone barely, which is a bullish indication here, as well as being above the 21. RSI not too exciting. Definitely confirming that consolidation phase here in the bullish neutral zone. Although we are below it and the exponential has been forced to a negative slope. It means something, right? It means something remaining above the 50 read here. It wouldn't be good to see it cross back below the 50 read here and see a little bit of a breakdown, obviously, but no lower highs, no lower lows, except unless you consider the 10th of November here. That change of behavior points, again, from the macro perspective. I am paying attention to macro lows here. Macro still looks good until proven otherwise, guys. Again, I'm just waiting for something, right? A little bit of boring price action, a little bit of sideways price action here. And unlike NASDAQ, this one is even more boring. No signals below the 21, no signals above current resistance. Gonna have to wait until one of those regions pokes through and, tells me likely where the market's gonna go next here. So that's gonna do it for SPY futures here. US dollar index back up. Confirming another low yet again on the 21 exponential. Technically a higher low, barely, but technically a higher low. And seeing continuation all the way back up towards that resistance that we've been paying attention to so diligently here for the past, week and a half, 2 weeks. Looking for another stab at it. If we do break that 96 spot 57 resistance target here, I will look for the secondary candle closure above to confirm its resistance, but ultimately I will be looking for price action to sail all the way up about a whole nother dollar towards 97 spot 70 here. That is the next trajected target to the upside. And again, I am a firm believer that this is a macro full-on bull trend reversal here after a cataclysmic downtrend that lasted over a year. I do believe it was well over a year. 2022 change of behavior. Yeah, over a year. Definitely over a year here. So, you know, we talked about a lot of this in the past, but we have a nice little W formation right here. Boom, uptrend. We got a nice long-term diagonal uptrend support line here. That is confirming the uptrend. As long as it holds that, you know, that structure here, I am macro bullish. But for the short and medium term, you know, we're above the 21, remaining above the 21. The only thing that's going to convince me of, you know, momentum to the downside is a candle closure below the 21. We do have conflicting signals here from RSI. Oh, maybe not. It looked a little different. We do see a fresh cross of the exponential. Although it is still slightly negative, I would be confident in saying that, you know, a closure above current resistance likely forces that positive, and we have everything lined up for a decent signal for continuation here. Stochastic's already flashing something like that off, supporting the 50 read here. Boom, bouncing back up into bullish neutral territory. I like this for continuation, guys, and the only thing that's going to convince me otherwise would be a fresh break and new lows here in this formation. Upon which, if confirmed, the first target to the downside would be 95, spot 50 even. But, you know, if we break the 21, ultimately I'm going to be looking for retracements all the way back towards that diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity here. But nothing like that being flashed just now, not yet. Continuation is the name of the game, in my opinion, until proven otherwise. And if we break that resistance here, oh boy, I think we likely set ourselves up for a decent move to the upside. Elephant in the room, everyone's talking about it, Hall of Fame. You know, sometimes I come on here and I'm like, yeah, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, like, what did I tell you? We've seen it before. Until I get an absolute confirmation of a change of behavior, I am not fucking bullish on this asset. I am not short-term bearish. I am not medium-term bearish. I am not long-term bearish. I am indefinitely bearish until proven otherwise, right? We did see this little pop back up above the 21. Things looked a little exciting. We saw a positive slope formulate on the 21 exponential. Just kidding. A lower high confirmed. Now closing on new lows. Closing on $1.80, wicking all the way down to $1.76. I will be looking for continuation as a result, all the way down to that $1.46 region here. Stochastics not really painting any decent pictures, actually signifying, you know, confidence in this downside movement here, rejecting the bearish control zone top, looking for re-entry, fresh cross to the downside, bearish RSI here, boom, bearish divergence, breaks through the exponential, forces it back to a negative slope, consolidation phase from the RSI in the bearish neutral zone, bearish. Until proven otherwise, guys, I am looking for a move to $1.45. Give or take. I'm looking for this one to enter stock market hell. Again, while I am a long-term believer of the Hall of Fame, again, the project isn't done. There is a lot of work to be done for this asset to have, you know, bullish momentum. From a trading perspective, in the immediate term, not looking good. Not looking good, guys. Again, we've seen it happen so many times. You know, breaking below the 21 here. Nice little pop-up. Confirms a lower high. Just kidding. Another lower high. Just kidding. Another lower high. Just kidding. Yet another lower high. So a plethora of lower highs and lower lows in the construct of this bearish market only tells me that it is going to remain bearish until proven otherwise. And again, a pop above the 21 is not going to do it for this. A pop above the 21 exponential here is not going to convince me of full-blown bullish reversal momentum here. What would convince me of full-blown bullish momentum would be an absolute change of behavior, and I do believe that spot price is $2.50. Until I see candles closing and supporting $2.50 here, I have no way of being confident for the bullish perspective. So that's going to wrap it up for the Hall of Fame Village. Not looking too sexy, not looking too hot, but again, I don't want to come on here and toot my own horn, but anyone that's looking for this one to turn bullish, kind of fucking told you. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but this content is for educational purposes. Hence the word education. I want to teach you something, damn it. It's bearish, man. Doesn't look fucking good. Doesn't look good at all. We're going to go ahead and move on. Actually, I need to bring up my requests here. Something I want to take a look at first. Bitcoin here. I know everybody's about Bitcoin here. Rejecting resistance here. The blue box territory. Boom, confirming new lows today. I'm going to be looking for continuation a little bit lower, all the way to 44,851st. Now, entry into this region here is concerning in my opinion. This is the last macro high or low that we have in consideration for Bitcoin before I turn to the bearish perspective here. Now, yes, we've seen it before. We've seen these downtrends into some consolidation phase, confirm a macro high or low, and then boom to the upside. We could still be, kind of looking at that. We are kind of consolidating a little bit lower, but we remain in between two ranging points here. Resistance being 49,845 and support being 44.7, we'll call it, give or take a few bucks. But generally, we are using a little bit of a range right now, consolidating a little bit to the downside here. Actually finding support at the spot 786 Fibonacci retracement level. So, could this be, the range that we are looking for, that macro high or low? Yes, but at the same time, if we break 44.7 here, things get concerning, as I would be looking for another test of the current macro low at 40,007. Anything below there, that convinces me of a change of behavior. That's what's going to tell me, hey, this is no longer being bullishly supported. They're looking to sell this one off. They're looking to change the behavior on this market. This is my change of behavior point, which I will highlight in red for you guys right now. Make that bad boy a little bit thicker. Boom. This is the point of no return, in my opinion. Any candle closure below this, I'm going full blown bearish. From a macro perspective, again, we are supporting macro lows right now. Trend is as follows. I'm going to highlight it for you guys. Boom. Here's our first low. Boom, reverts up. Prints a macro high or low. Boom, all-time highs. Could this be the macro high or low, question mark? Or do we see a collapse into the crypto abyss? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Actually, what did I just do? How did I do that? How did I do that? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. I just learned something today. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You learn something new every day, right? But as far as Bitcoin is concerned, I'm actually looking for this to go down. Stochastic's not the healthiest here. Rejecting the neutral zone. Boom, fresh cross to the downside. Show of negative momentum here, and our RSI is looking more beat up than ever. Really playing nuts to butts with that bearish control zone here. Continuing to reject the negatively sloped exponential. This is not the picture of health and fitness, in my opinion, for this market. And I'm actually going to be looking for a tested target of 44.8 to 44.7 is going to be my price range for today. That is going to be the region that I'm looking for. I'm a little salty that I did get out of this position a little early. I got, a little overconfident about the blue box potentially being that macro high or low, but guess what? I entered in on that fresh confirmation below the 21. It took profits all the way down to the blue box territory and even into the blue box territory. Closed my position at the bottom side of the blue box territory. Whatever. You don't have to catch the full move to be profitable, and I did not need to catch this entire move here to be profitable. It was profitable enough for me to be content for waiting for the next signal, and the only signal that I need to wait for here is one, either confirmation of a flip to a bear market, or two, a macro high or low confirms with an open and closure back above the 21, and momentum oscillators, curving accordingly to that price action. Until then, man, I'm looking straight down, and the same thing goes for other assets here. SHIB, I know everybody's interested in SHIB here, but boom, lower high confirmed. Boom. Just kidding. Closing below the blue box territory once again, remaining as tentative resistance, rejecting the 21 exponential. I'm going to be looking for 3,000 Satoshis as the first target to the downside. Although that target was close enough, technically, the target has been met. I am going to be looking for price action on SHIB to ever so slightly continue down a little more. Stochastic's looking absolutely floored. Potentially on its way to the lowest it's ever been here on this chart. RSI in the bearish neutral zone. None of this is, again, the picture of health and fitness. We could very well be in the precipice of the cryptocurrency bear market. For me, that's an opportunity. For me, I'm gonna look at that like, yo, time to make some moves here. Time to load up on crypto. But until then, I'm just being patient. You know, I have a plan, and until one of those signals to the upside or to the downside is executed here, I'm gonna stay on the sidelines and wait for the next legitimate setup here. That's gonna do it for Bitcoin. And SHIB. If the cryptocurrency market goes down, likely the remaining cryptocurrencies follow suit. WMT, Walmart. Let's see what that one's doing. Oh shit, dog. Break of the 21 exponential here. Break of resistance. We got a nice little, you know, a little formation here. Stochastics looking girthy with a potential exit of the bearish control zone ensuing here. We got some warning shots being fired here. RSI back above the 50 read here, looking to achieve new highs, as well as forcing the exponential back to a positive slope. Oh boy, it does look good for continuation here. I would say with confidence a secondary candle closure above not only tentative supports, but the 21 exponential will confirm a move all the way back up to current resistance, in my opinion, at 147.65. That would be the projected target if this is confirmed. And not only that, but we will have a position confirmed, in my opinion, as well, if we get that secondary candle closure above the 21, right? Above the 21 is what we're looking at. Now, yes, we could easily revert to the downside here, reject, because we are on new lows here. We are on lower lows here. We could reject, boom, come all the way back down, test the 135 spot 12 region once again. But if we confirm a lower high here, man, I think it wouldn't be out of the question entirely to break that 135 support. Oh, excuse me, and see moves all the way down to like 130 even. I hate when I get the hiccups in the middle of a stream, dog. Oh, oh crap. But momentum oscillators look really good. Break of the 21 exponential looks really good. 3 straight green days in a row here. RSI back above the 50 read. Stochastics looking to exit the bearish control zone. We could be looking at a potential trade setup here for Walmart. And again, if we do get that secondary candle closure above not only resistance but above the 21 exponential, I'm going to be fully confident that we see price action movements towards 147 here. That's going to do it for Walmart. Looks like today might be a little bit of a shorter stream. I heard some stuff about Apple today. Could be a top here, but no signal of a top. We hit the the 2 spot 272 at $180. Look at that. Fibonacci target has been met here, and we met it with resistance. So we have a clearly defined resistance point at the 2 spot 272. Would not be out of the question to see a top here and a full blown pullback to about $167 here. Again, it's just free space between these 2 points here, and rejection leads me to believe that we could easily see pulls into that support level at 167 here. Again, anytime I see Fibonacci extension targets being met here, pullbacks are kind of like one of those expectations you got to prepare for here. Again, areas of interest for big moves like this, big trades above the 21 here. You're likely going to see some selling pressure at those Fibonacci extension targets. So nothing out of the ordinary for this one. I'm still full-blown bullish on this. Stochastics, boom, in the critical zone here with force and fortitude. RSI looking a little weaker, to be honest with you, but we are in the bullish control zone. A little bit of a cross to the downside likely confirms the sentiment of a pullback to greater support here at 167. But again, looking at the 21, we could see in the next few days that 21 creep up towards that support. We could hold that region as support and continue onwards until I see an open and closure below that 21. I have no downside targets as of right now, except for the 167 support. Why? Because that's too far. That's too far ahead. Unless we see some kind of like flash crash, I'm not looking for all of those major targets to the downside until I get confirmation. Apple looks good. But I would be looking for a little bit of a short-term time frame pullback, maybe even all the way to like 170, bounce off the 4-hour 21 exponential, confirm a higher low, and continue to new all-time highs. Would not be out of the question. What a beautiful trade here on Apple. Very, very, very beautiful trade. That's going to do it, I guess, for Apple. Not too much other than it's bullish as fuck on Apple here. Pepsi. Let me guess, more all-time highs, right? PepsiCo. Yep, new all-time highs. 1 spot 414 Fibonacci extension has been met. I am going to be looking for continuation on this one. Although we are potentially looking at some, again, potentially. Nothing's confirmed. There's no top call yet, but we could be formulating some bearish divergence here on stochastics, as well as RSI. We could be formulating bearish divergence here on the RSI as well, but we have a nice formation here, an uptrend formation to be in consideration of. Looks good. Looks good. If we break the 1414 here, which we do have resistance of, right? We saw the wake up, we hit the 1.414, boom, sold off a little bit. Anything above the 1.414 and a confirmation of tentative support, the 2.272 becomes the next valid target to the upside at 196. Give or take a few bucks, but that is well and far away. I need to see the 1.414 break first, but same kind of thing applies. Unless we open and close below the 21 exponential, I'm not looking for any targets to the downside, albeit it is closer than Walmart. I would look. Let me look at. What are the short-term time frames? Yeah, it does suggest maybe a little bit of a pullback to 167 here. But the stochastics short-term, not even crossed yet, still bullish. RSI rejecting the bottom side of the bullish control zone, still kind of bullish in that uptrend formation here. Yeah, unless I get a critical signal to the downside, man, a little bit of a pullback, again, after hitting a Fibonacci extension target, would not be out of the question. And if we are to pull back, I would be looking for 167 here for PepsiCo. But until we break, that yellow 21 or 165, I don't really have targets to the downside coming off of a macro high or low. Ultimately, I'm going to be looking for continuation on this one until proven otherwise. Yes, if we do break the 21, I do believe the macro structure is threatened here. I am looking at this point here at 159.85 as the change of behavior point for this asset. Any candle closures below there, the market only knows what's going to happen. But as long as we're above the 21, though, you guys, I'm pretty bullish on Pepsi. Pepsi's been fucking riding for a minute. Very, very, very juicy trades in PepsiCo here. If you are trading PepsiCo, and if you're a long-term investor, macro perspective, I'm not even concerned from the macro. Yeah, I'm not even concerned from the macro perspective, unless I see some kind of change of behavior. Pepsi looks really good right now. And yeah, that's kind of going to do it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for vibing with the energy. Thanks for vibing with the channel. We're up to 340 Facebook followers in the Facebook community, Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook community. If you are interested and you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. We are up to 116 subscribers on the road to 1,000. That is ultimately the goal at the end of the day, to hit 1,000 subscribers. Got plenty of people in the community that I don't even know that are here to support the cause and learn and study and do all that stuff together. So vastly appreciate your guys' support, vastly appreciate everything that you guys give to the channel. And yeah, I think that's going to do it, everybody. And you already know what it is. That's going to do it for the night. Until next time, everybody, stay safe.